Hey guys, it's Denise and I am back today with another video. Today's video is just going to be a haul, pretty much, an unboxings, I shall say. I know I said in the beginning of the month for one of my reading goals was to either only buy books that were next in the series or to not buy books until I read so many off my shelf. Well, to make a long story short, really, because I tried to film this twice already. Me explaining this took like 6-7 minutes. I saw a book on sale online and I was trying to stick to it. But I went back the next week. Now, the sale was off, which wouldn't have been a biggie. I would have still just bought the book. But the book was gone. Like, 2 of the books that I wanted was gone. One of them I had been wanting for 2 years, and I finally found it at a reasonable price in hardcover, and it was gone. So, when that happened, I said screw my ban. It wasn't really a ban, but I said screw it. And every time I come across a book outlet, Barnes & Noble or BAM, and they have a book that I want, whether it's the first in the series, the next in the series, the author that I wanted to read, I've been buying them. It's probably why my bank account hates me right now, because, so yeah, that's just why this is happening. This is going to probably be split up depending on how long it is. I'm not going to give a lot of synopsis of the books because most of these things I think a lot of people know about already. But yeah, guys, let me get into this because this is still going on 2 minutes. Let me move my niece's cup out the way. Oh, it won't go there. Messing stuff up. But we'll start with this first package. This is from Book Outlet. So guys, in the very first Book Outlet order I'm going to show you, the first book I have is Sweet Shadows by Tara Lynn Childs. This is just book 2 in her Medusa Girl trilogy, I think. You gotta excuse my brother, he's in there cursing because his phone is acting up. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I have not read book 1, so I don't know what book 2 is about, but I saw it. It was on the site. They only had like 4 or 5, and I wanted to get it before I'm not able to get it. So yeah, that's book 1. Book 2 is Fever by Laura DeStefano. I've always said it the same, one of the 2 ways when I talk about her book. I read Wither back in 2012, I think, and I had planned on it. It was kind of an okay book for me, but I still planned on. I told myself that I was going to read the whole trilogy because it was still an interesting topic. It was some stuff that was kind of off about the book, but it was still a pretty interesting book to read. So I have been looking for this book at a decent price forever. Next package is also from Book Outlet, which is probably going to go with the first one. So book 2, well, book unboxing 2 is just Rochelle Mead's The Immortal Crown. This is book 2 in her game. What is it? The Age of X novel or something like that. I have not read Game Board of the Gods, but I saw this. They only had like 5. I wanted it. I knew that I was going to get Game Board of the Gods because I have been wanting it since before it was released, and I just never got it. But yeah, I got book 2. I don't know, did book 3 come out already? I don't know. I don't care. I got them. I'm going to read them. The next book in this order I got was Fire and Ash. Oh my goodness, this is book 4 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, book 4. Book 4 in the Rotten Ruin series. And I have book 1. I've had book 1 for a long time. And I didn't want to read it until I got all of the books. And, well, you will see in the rest of this haul how many books I got in this series. So, I brought my hot cocoa just to wet my palate because it's going to be a lot of talking. A lot of talking might not make that much sense, but yeah. So we'll go with I'm trying to clear this back out first. But went into the store to get this. And this was actually purchased for myself on Christmas Eve. So this was purchased last year. And I had a coupon, and it was pretty cheap for a hardcover. It's still pretty cheap. It's only like 11 bucks. And that is Crest. This is book 3 in the Lunar Chronicles series. The next in-store purchase comes from Books A Million. I can't even remember like which round I went, because I swear I probably shop like every other day for books. The first book in my Books A Million order is The Coincidence of Callie and Caden by Jessica Sorensen, and I haven't read the synopsis. I just heard that it has good ratings. I know it's a new adult, so it's going to be some type of angst, some type of love, some type of hate, some type of something going on. Tortured hero. Oh my god, totally distraught heroine. Something's horrible is going to happen, and at the end something good is going to happen. It's just what I'm going to assume from the little bit of, new adult I've read. That's usually what happens. So yeah, I couldn't pass it up. $3.97, and I went in store to get it. The next one is Where'd You Go, Bernadette. I heard good things about this. This is a mystery of some kind. I read the synopsis when I first learned about it last year. I don't remember it. I just put it on my TBR, and I said whenever I found this for a reasonable price, I was going to get it. And every time I went or checked the website at Barnes & Noble, it was never on sale. It was like 15 bucks. $3.97. Couldn't pass it up. So next bag is from Books A Million, and this is the very first book purchase that I made in the new year, and this was the one that I purchased because it was books that I was getting ready to read. They were next in the series, and I saw it for a reasonable price. They were 2 buy 2 get 1 free. So yeah, first I got this for later on this year around Christmas time. One Day of Coal. 364 days of fun. I'll take my chances. That's me. That's me. So that was like $5 and whatever. It was cute. I liked it. The first book I got is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. Now, Daughter Smoke and Bone trilogy. Let me start off by saying I was not going to complete that series. It wasn't high up on my TBR list, but Laini Taylor wrote the very last story in My True Love Gave to Me, and I did like quite a few of the stories in My True Love Gave to Me, but her story, I don't know, it was just magical. It was awesome. So in my little review on Goodreads of that, I said I need more of Laini Taylor. So I'm going to continue the series, and I saw this for $5 and some change, and I was able to get a free book when I purchased this, so I had to get it in perfect condition. Of course, it's just a bargain book. But the next book that I'm going to show you is a book that I started reading last year. I had some issues with this book, but because it's one of my favorite authors, I'm going to push through those issues, and I'm going to read this book. But I had it from Overdrive, and it expired. I didn't get a chance to get through it. Yeah, that book is just Ice by Karen Marie Moning. This is the first book in the Danny O'Malley series. Ain't her last name O'Malley? Goodness gracious. I keep saying that. Yeah. Danny Mega O'Malley series. Some people hated Danny. I thought she was pretty funny. She was cool in the Fever series. So yeah, this is just it's not technically a spinoff because it's still a part of the series. So when I first heard that this was coming out a few years ago, it was online. It was saying that this was book 6 of the Fever series, but it's still book 1 in Danny's series. So yeah, if that made any sense. So you gotta read the Fever series. If you have not read the Fever series, get on it. Like, please, just do me a favor. And this wasn't even on their website, so I was so happy I went in and I saw this in their bargain section. And it was only the last book in that purchase order is Starters by Alyssa Price, and this is the first book in the Starters duology. I believe it's a duology. I'm looking to get Enders. I've already read this. I read this back in like 2012. I enjoyed it, And it's just weird. It's a dystopian novel, and of course, it takes place sometime in the future. And in the future, like, I'm trying to remember. At some point, it's a certain age of the population, certain percentage of the population at a certain age, all pretty much died off. So you have these teenagers pretty much until like 16 or 17, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 18, I don't know. And then you have the older population. And in this world, the older people can basically rent the younger people's bodies to go out and do things and live their life again. And yeah, this book made me look at old people a little differently, but it was good. I know some people didn't like it. I think I gave it a 4 stars out of 5. I can't remember, 2 years ago. I'll link it down below if I remember. And yeah, good book. So much talk. So many books. Okay. The next book, Order, was from Barnes and Noble. I was actually originally just going to do what I got for Christmas. I got some other stuff in here, but I'm not going to do that. Like, it's way past Christmas and whatever. But the first book I got, I ended up going, I wasn't even going to go book shopping. But my friend, she should have took me in there because she just shouldn't have took me in there. The first book was not a part of the bargain section, but I read this book on my Kindle. I still own it on my Kindle, but I wanted it in physical condition because I got the second book in physical condition. And, well, that's Angel Fall by Susan E. I'm going to reread this series, but the next book wasn't a part of this Barnes & Noble order, but I threw it in this bag for some reason. And she's an African-American author. I first learned about her when I finally went to go meet Sherilyn Kenyon a few years back. And the day I went to go meet Sherilyn Kenyon was the day this author had passed. And Sherilyn Kenyon kind of talked about her a little bit. And so I was intrigued to read a book. But I never went out and got one. So online I saw that L.A. Banks' first book in her Vampire Hunter's Legend series, I got it. It was like, I don't know about it. I just know that it follows a black vampire hunter, I'm assuming. Yeah. So I like vampires. I like urban fantasy. I'm intrigued to see it, to read it in a person of color's point of view, because usually, I don't. But yeah, okay, I'll let you guys know. This is high up on my TBR because I've been wanting to read something by her for a while now. The next book is A Walk Across the Sun. I'm going to rip this ugly sticker off, but this was in the bargain section for $5.90-something. I wasn't going to get it. I was going to wait because they had plenty of copies. And that's how I've been rationalizing buying all the books. It was also by a person of color. So I was just like, yeah, $5, and my friend was with me. So she was like, yeah, you should get it. So this is definitely going to be read this year sometime. I don't know when. Just probably when I'm interested in crying my eyeballs out, because I'm sure this is probably really sad. So the last book I got in this book purchase is Dare Me by Megan Abbott. And so yeah, I suck at summarizing. But yeah, my friend also got this book too. I said since she talked me into getting A Walk Across the Sun, she was going to get the same book that I got. And so it's pretty small, so I can probably get through this in like a sitting or two. So I decided to get it. Sue me. But I'm going to stop this part of the book haul here and then go into the other part later because, yeah. But guys, so far, the first half, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books. I'd be damned if I pick those up and I drop them on myself. But yeah, that is the first part of this book haul. They're going to go up in sections. I'm not going to just bombard you all because I can probably get this book haul down to like 15 minutes, I'm sure. I'm positive I can do that. But yeah, guys, if you've read any of these books, a part of the first, if you liked them, you didn't like them, let me know your thoughts on them. If you see any book deals, I mean, I don't need to buy any more books, but I don't feel like book buying is a bad habit to have. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, I will see you in a little bit because I'm about to start the second half of the video. Bye.